Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
And let me be clear about where we stand. First of all, for the American press who are here, you know that a great deal of work in my career has been to address human rights issues, equality issues across the board, including as it relates to the LGBT community. And I feel very strongly about the importance of supporting the freedom and supporting and fighting for equality among all people, and that all people be treated equally. I will also say that this is an issue that we consider, and I consider, to be a human rights issue, and that will not change.
We don't have any such legislation here in Ghana. A bill has been proposed to the Parliament of Ghana, which has all kinds of ramifications, which is now being considered by the Parliament. It hasn't been passed, so the statement that there is legislation in Ghana to that effect is not accurate. No legislation. The bill is going through the Parliament. It's going through the Parliament. The Attorney General has found it necessary to speak to the committee about it regarding the constitutionality or otherwise of several of its provisions, and the Parliament is dealing with it. But at the end of the process, I will come in. But in the meantime, the Parliament is dealing with it. And I have no doubt that the Parliament of Ghana will show, as it has done in the past, first of all, its sensitivity to human rights issues, as well as to the feelings of our population, and will come out with a responsible response to the proposed. The legislation was a legislation that has been provided as a private member's bill. This is not an official legislation of the government, but it is one that has been mooted by a handful of private members. So we will see what the final outcome of it. But my understanding from a recent discussion I had with the chairman of the committee, the substantial elements of the bill have already been modified as a result of the intervention of the Attorney General. We will see what the final outcome will be, and that is the stage at which I will also have the opportunity to provide. As far as the presence of Wagner is concerned, we're concerned about it. We made clear our concerns because, first of all, it raises the very real possibility, which is one that we need all of us on the region and the continent to be aware of, that once again our continent is going to become the playground for great power conflict.
Nana Addo Akuffo Addo na ekotini nkano US press na ebisa se Ghana shemra se LGBT trumu for ni gay ni lesbian for yi mo yemra wi atua omo na Akuffo Addo se ye obo mi nye mra bia o me Bagbin mu mi nye mra bia na nipa kitwe bi private person kitwe bi na omodo mo aka bo mu a omode bill bi akodan parliament se yenjin tum se saade no be yemra se de be ya like omo yes anya man mo ntumi nye bi Ghana ha na ono Akuffo Addo de enyan be du ni level kra na ono mpo no nim se omo human right no se ankrofo no ye tiete omo fa ho de so but ade a for parliament you be san be du nanim na obe take decision and am for start Akuffo Addo asama okay de as ade no free parliament na be du anim a won san na say the decision be na be take ma woman nti ase say ade no oditum na wonjintum oye ho wa dwen kire na amanfo bebre susu se Akuffo Addo tumu tu ade oye na adwen so person ojitum na we na speaker say Akuffo Addo asama okay say nipa kitu bi na ade ba parliament no asa ncheda ntwe ko Ghana no ye customs ni bibia atia sa ade we ntempa na osanka o ka kire wo man say ade ekoso no enya ade a betumi si wo Ghana ha because religion ni bibia practice the customs ni am wa ha no traditions no ma ho kwan ma sa ade ni citizen adomodomo ni Mahama ko kan no some time back no na yenko tinsama speaker of parliament ekatre Akuffo Addo ebra odisansem we etuda.
I was so happy when I read that Pope Francis directed that no Reverend Father should celebrate over a gay or lesbian marriage. And I said, Roma locuta complete, causa finita. Yes, Rome has spoken and the matter is ended. So please, committee members that will refer the bill to, we want the report. Don't be intimidated by any person. I made this statement when I was a member of the European Parliament, European ACP Parliament in Brussels. Now we have two of our members who happen to be leading our committee, Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, who are handling the bill. And since we referred it to them up to date, we have not heard anything. I've reminded him many times on the floor of the House. What are the challenges you are meeting? Report to us. If you take action against them, say, oh, because I'm MPP. That's why he's taking action against me. Ah, I'm NDC. Because he's taking action against me. Because he's not in my party. That kind of division, that is not the purpose of politics. Politics is meant to unite us. Diversity is natural. There's nothing you can do about it. That is creation. And that is the spice of life. How come we are using that to divide ourselves? Please, let the report flow. We need to legislate. Our friends just passed their law in Uganda. We may not go the way they have gone because our constitution is very clear as to the direction we should move. And so we'll be guided by that. Because if we pass any law against the constitution, it's unconstitutional. So we have to do that. And so what are you afraid of? If you have the whole people behind you, if God is with you, who can be against you? And if God says, please, go into the wilderness, multiply and fill the world. That is God giving you that command. If somebody says, please, don't multiply, how can that person be strong? I don't only speak this way in Ghana. Even at the last meeting we attended in IPU at Bahrain, anybody who listened to my speech, there were sentences on this matter. Luckily, maybe because it's a Muslim country, they applauded me. If they're somewhere else, they will be asking questions. As the Vice President just did, is it yesterday? I mean, these things should not be tolerated. That is undemocratic. What is democracy? That somebody else will have to dictate to me as to what is good and what is bad? Unheard of. Because we have decided to devalue ourselves and go a-begging. Come on. We have more than enough. God has created more than enough for every person. It's just because you are looking at somebody else's share, not yours. We have enough in the world. The bill will be passed. This is the word to His Excellency the President. There is no way he can intervene. That answer he gave. That is now before Parliament. And when he gets to a stage that he will come, hey, please. This is legislation. This is not execution. Wait until we pass it and then we direct you to execute it. That is why you come in. That is why we are representatives of the people. So in terms of law, which is part of policy, we finalize it. And then the executive now have the authority to implement it, to execute it. Let's get this clear. Once this bill is before here, he is not in charge. I am in charge. I hope the U.S. Vice President is not yet gone, but she will read from me.
Oja. We power at play. The executive, Akuffo Addo Nedano, and the parliament, the parliament, the speaker, and also Dano, speaker Patrick said, Akuffo Addo need to be our Mraneso. Or no one was all Jim Radi to Akuffo Addo Edisu. Akuffo Addo need any so Jim Radi to more. Akuffo Addo Bedisuke, Akuffo Addo and to me and can't run the Biamrano, and fan funny with Biamai and fanfa. This is some Akuffo Addo can say, I feel our parliament never do any man of a hundred or nishi, or so man warning, or nishi. Speaker, Bagbin a teen canon patcho, my dream to them, Brahma, who they are doing fans and some way home. Patcho, a PENDREAM TV, and your first timer. Subscribe to channel of our side about Adomani Society the video be out to her. Ube first person na ube share. Akuffo Addo you right and Speaker Bagbin right. When I would you to bill no among speeding on that, among fast tracking on that and brantema na say then I would you for visitor Madam Kamala Harris Madam Kamala Harris visitor by a boy and I'm why the agenda be named but my own was into your comment section but just subscribe to channel no na found about Adomani so I don't want CP for the support na me and share mumina
Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo